attacks there earlier this week. Now, it means millions of British holidaymakers heading to Spain this summer face lengthy delays and tighter security. Spanish security sources say the attacks appear to be the work of ETA, who've said in the past that tourists are a legitimate target. Let's talk to Jonny Simpson Tarling of Global Security Advisors Red 24. Jonny, how would you assess the threat to tourists at this time?
We don't actually believe it's increased significantly over the last week. We believe that the events that have happened in Majorca and in Burgos earlier on this week are more representative of the fact that ETA are celebrating their 50th anniversary of existence, and we think that's more what the events have been about, rather than any particular increase in trend attacking tourists or anyone else.
But what is alarming about this, and we know from what they've targeted in the past and statements they've made in the past, that they do see tourism as a legitimate target for their cause.
Yes, they do, especially during the holiday season, because it grabs more headlines. I would say, however, if you look at the evidence, they tend to attack more tourism infrastructure rather than tourists themselves. If you look at the stats, the chances of being involved in one of these attacks is extremely rare. One of the advices that Red 24 is giving is to worry more about traffic accidents and the threats from that, rather than worrying about terrorist threats.
I mean, we know from what's happened over the past couple of years, and the Spanish government has certainly implied that the ETA threat have been greatly diminished following a series of high-profile arrests a few years ago. Many people are questioning the advice that's been given over the last few years in the wake of what's happened this week. Are you saying that essentially the Spanish government has been right to say that the threat was diminished?
I think I do agree with the Spanish government there. If you, again, looking at the facts, they have arrested over 700 key members of ETA over the last few years. So I do believe that the situation has improved. Yes, I do.
Is there a danger with this, though, that because there has been so much publicity about it, it is marking this 50th anniversary of ETA, as you say, and it is likely that ETA is behind this, that we could see further attacks in the coming days?
It's possible, and we continue to advise our customers and our members to be vigilant and to report any suspicious activity to the authorities, but also giving a balance and getting that in perspective is key. And thirdly of all, obviously, we advise them to enjoy their holiday as much as possible.
I mean, obviously the security measures we're seeing in place at Palma Airport, we're likely to see it at other Spanish airports as well. It is going to cause disruption, perhaps a little bit of distress to some people. A sensible precaution?
I think just keep your belongings to yourself. It's all the things that you get hammered home from the minute you get to the airport here. We're 100% behind. It's boring to say, but that is the key message that we're also giving.
Well, it's good news for those people heading out to Majorca and other parts of Spain. Jonny Simpson Tarling, thank you very much indeed. This is Sky News Live at 5. Top stories for you. Critics are warning of a crisis in the NHS as new rules come into force to prevent junior doctors working more than 48 hours in a week. The Home Office insists MI5 has not been compromised after claims it was infiltrated by alleged Al-Qaeda sympathisers. And as we're just hearing, millions of British holidaymakers heading to Spain this summer face lengthy delays and increased security after warnings that extremists behind a series of bomb attacks earlier this week are targeting tourists. Plenty online, as always. Just head over to skynews.com, and there the Asian super ants taking over England's gardens. Not nice. Coming up, did MI5 accidentally recruit Al-Qaeda sympathisers? We try to find out. And the DIY scientists who've turned their homes into DNA labs.